Hello, we are here with Miss Carley Keller. She is the new teacher here at Loganville High School for the theater department. So, Miss Keller, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I grew up in Loganville, and I went to Archer High School, and then I went to Harding University where I majored in music education and theater. So besides college, I've lived in Loganville my whole life. I grew up at a Step Ahead Performing Arts studio, so I'm happy to be home.
Very cool. And where would you say was, like, what sparked this passion for theater?
I started in 7th grade. I had played soccer my whole life and I was just like tired of it. I wanted to try something new. So I was already singing and I was like, you know what, let's just try it and see how it goes. And I have never found joy like I found when I started performing. It was just really free.
Very interesting. And what would you say is your favorite musical production?
My favorite musical production is Newsies. I love the dancing and the singing and the story that it tells.
Very interesting. So with that, we're going to segue into, through your experience in theater, what would you consider to be your favorite experience?
My favorite experience would probably have to be when I first changed my major to theater and I went back to school. It was right after COVID. And my school was one of the first schools to actually do a production in the pandemic. And it was small, we were wearing masks, and it wasn't the best show, but it was so fun and it was so great to be with people again, to be in front of the live audience, despite everything we had gone through in the pandemic. It was really special.
Interesting. And when you came here, what were your reservations as far as were you nervous or were you afraid? Or?
I was definitely nervous. I mean, anytime you do something new, it's scary, and that's why I'm thankful that I do have a theater background, because I've gained a lot of courage from that, and so I just tackled this experience like I've tackled anything. Is just go all in and put your best foot forward, and so far it's going well. So.
Okay, and with that, what is one thing that you're really looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to High School Musical. I love musicals, that's my thing. I love dancing, singing, putting it all together. I think it's going to be a really great show.
Very nice. And what made you want to be a theater teacher? Because I know you said that you always had a passion for teaching, but what kind of began this journey for you? So,
I was in this place in my life, and after finishing school and going through being a theater major and everything like that, I've always wanted to pass on the joy that I have for the art to others, and especially the way that our world is right now. I think that's what we need. I think that students need to be inspired by things like the arts, and so I was like, you know what, this is just where I need to be right now.
Very nice. And this is kind of two questions. First, what is your role model and who is your inspiration for teaching this class?
So I've had a lot of amazing role models since I was young to more recently, and so when I was younger, when I went to a Step Ahead, I had two people, Bernice Strothler and Tori Combs. They were my directors. They practically raised me when it comes to theater and everything like that, and so I always wanted to be able to teach just like they did and help inspire others, so they're definitely big inspirations.
And I know as this is the beginning of your teaching here, things are not exactly set in stone, but what are your hopes and dreams for this theater program moving forward?
My biggest thing for this theater department is I want it to thrive, in growing in technique and skills and performances and everything like that, because who doesn't want to have a theater department that, shows off those types of talents? But I really want it to be a safe and encouraging place that people are excited. I'm excited to go to school because I get to go to theater class for a little bit, so that's my goal.
And I just have one more question for you. What is your vision as far as what does theater mean to you, and how do you plan on putting that into your teaching?
So the biggest thing that I have learned is that and why I love theater so much is it is a collaborative art. It is working with others and hearing differing opinions from yours and different ideas and figuring out how you can bring all of those together to create this beautiful story that you get to tell an audience. So that's what I'm really excited about, just kind of moving this program forward, is just collaborating with others.
Awesome. Well, Ms. Keller, thank you so much for having this interview with me.
Thank you, Landon.
I can't wait for what we get to see from you.
I'm so excited.